During World War II, Steve Rogers is selected to become the world's first super-soldier, but is injured by a Hydra spy before he can receive the Super-Soldier Serum. In the operating theater, SSR agent Peggy Carter kills the spy and takes the serum herself. Despite her enhanced abilities, SSR leader John Flynn bans her from combat. Inventor Howard Stark provides her with a vibranium shield. After she successfully captures the Tesseract from Hydra, Flynn reluctantly promotes her to the combat role of Captain Carter. Stark then uses the Tesseract to create a weaponized armored Hydra Stomper suit for Rogers to pilot. Carter and Rogers fight many battles together until Rogers goes missing during an attack on a Hydra train. Carter and her allies find Rogers while infiltrating a Hydra base, where they discover Hydra's leader, the Red Skull, using the Tesseract to open a portal and summon an interdimensional creature, which kills him. Carter enters the closing portal to force the creature back. Almost 70 years later, the Tesseract opens another portal from which Carter emerges, meeting Nick Fury and Clint Barton. In 1988, the Ravagers are sent to Earth by a Celestial named Ego to retrieve his son Peter Quill but mistakenly abduct a young T'Challa from Wakanda instead. 20 years later, T'Challa has become the renowned intergalactic mercenary Star-Lord and has been convinced by Ravager leader Yondu Udonta that Wakanda was destroyed. Nebula approaches the Ravagers for help in stealing the Embers of Genesis, a cosmic artifact capable of eradicating galactic hunger, from the galactic kingpin Taneleer Tavan. At Tavan's headquarters in Nowhere, they offer him the Power Stone as a distraction while T'Challa searches for the Embers, only to find a Wakandan spacecraft that was searching for him, causing a brief strain in his relationship with Udonta. As Nebula and the Ravagers obtain the Embers, Tavan's slave Karina rescues T'Challa and aids the Ravagers in defeating Tavan. T'Challa forgives Udonta for lying about Wakanda before returning there to reunite with his family. Elsewhere, Ego approaches Quill. In the span of a week, S.H.I.E.L.D. director Nick Fury tries to recruit heroes for the Avengers initiative, but they are mysteriously killed one by one. Natasha Romanoff gives Tony Stark a fatal injection. Clint Barton accidentally shoots and kills Thor before dying in S.H.I.E.L.D. custody. Bruce Banner explodes, and Romanoff is attacked and killed while investigating the others' murders. Before she dies, Romanoff tells Fury that the murders are connected to Hope. The Asgardians, led by Loki, arrive on Earth to avenge Thor, but Fury proposes an alliance to apprehend the killer. Fury deduces that Hank Pym is the murderer, using his shrinking technology to commit the murders as revenge for the death of his daughter Hope Van Dyne, who died in the line of duty as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. Fury and Loki defeat Pym, who is taken into Asgardian custody. After Loki decides to stay on Earth to become its ruler, Fury finds Steve Rogers frozen in ice and summons Carol Danvers to Earth. After losing his girlfriend, Dr. Christine Palmer, in a car crash, Dr. Stephen Strange travels to Kamar-Taj and learns the mystic arts. He discovers the Eye of Agamotto, which can manipulate time, but is warned by the Ancient One and Wong that using it could destroy reality. 2 years later, Strange repeatedly attempts to use the Eye to save Palmer, but she dies in every scenario. The Ancient One explains that Palmer's death is an absolute point in the timeline that cannot be changed, but Strange refuses to accept this. Using power from the Dark Dimension, the Ancient One splits Strange into two versions. One accepts Palmer's death, while the other absorbs mystical beings to gain power, becoming Strange Supreme. The corrupted Strange overpowers and absorbs his counterpart, using the combined power to resurrect Palmer, which tears reality apart. Strange Supreme begs the Watcher for help, but the Watcher refuses to intervene. Palmer disintegrates and the universe collapses, leaving Strange Supreme to grieve alone. In the quantum realm, Hank Pym finds Janet Van Dyne, but she infects him with the quantum virus. They return to Earth and cause a zombie apocalypse. 2 weeks later, a group of survivors, Bruce Banner, Hope Van Dyne, Peter Parker, Bucky Barnes, Okoye, Sharon Carter, Happy Hogan, and Kurt, learn of a potential cure at Camp Lehigh. They lose Hogan, Carter, and Hope to zombie attacks on the way there, but encounter Vision and discover that his Mind Stone can reverse the virus, as shown by a cured Scott Lang's head. However, they learn Vision has been luring people to feed a zombified Wanda Maximoff, who is immune to the cure. The group rescues T'Challa, but Maximoff breaks free, killing Kurt, Okoye, and Barnes. Vision commits suicide, giving the Mind Stone to Parker. Banner transforms into the Hulk and sacrifices himself to battle Maximoff, allowing the others to escape. Parker, Lang, and T'Challa travel to Wakanda, hoping to broadcast the stone's energy globally, but find the zombified Thanos wielding a nearly complete Infinity Gauntlet. In Afghanistan, Tony Stark is ambushed by the Ten Rings, but is saved by Eric Killmonger Stevens. They return to Stark Industries, where Killmonger exposes Obadiah Stane's involvement in the ambush and helps Stark build a humanoid combat drone using vibranium. Needing more vibranium to create a drone army, they arrange for James Rhodes to purchase it from Ulysses Klaue. At Killmonger's behest, Klaue leaks word of the transaction to Wakanda to lure in T'Challa. Killmonger kills both T'Challa and Rhodes, staging it to look like they killed each other. Stark confronts Killmonger, but Killmonger kills him and frames it as a Wakandan attack. Killmonger then kills Claw and reunites with his family in Wakanda. Thaddeus Ross sends the drone army to attack Wakanda, but Killmonger helps the Wakandans defeat them, becoming the new Black Panther. As the United States prepares another attack, T'Challa's sister Shuri visits Pepper Potts, who is suspicious of Killmonger and proposes an alliance to expose the truth. After defeating the Frost Giants, Odin finds the abandoned infant Loki and returns him to Laufey. Centuries later, Odin's only son, Thor, has grown into a boisterous, party-loving prince. While Odin sleeps and Frigga is away, Thor travels to Earth to throw a massive party with aliens from across the universe. His arrival catches the attention of Jane Foster and Darcy Lewis, who joins the festivities. As Thor and Foster grow close, acting S.H.I.E.L.D. director Maria Hill summons Carol Danvers to stop the destruction caused by Thor's antics. Danvers cannot defeat Thor without using her full power, so Lewis and Hill suggest moving the fight to a less populated area while Foster contacts Frigga with Heimdall's help. Hill prepares a nuclear strike just as Danvers and Thor start battling again, but Frigga intervenes, announcing her imminent arrival. Thor and the partygoers quickly clean up the mess before she arrives. Later, Thor asks Foster out on a date, but their moment is interrupted by an army of drones led by Ultron, who possesses all 6 Infinity Stones. After acquiring the Mind Stone and taking over Vision's vibranium body, Ultron defeats the Avengers and initiates the global nuclear holocaust, wiping out most of humanity. When Thanos arrives on Earth to complete the Infinity Gauntlet, Ultron easily kills him and takes the remaining Infinity Stones. Using these, Ultron creates a massive drone army and eradicates nearly all life in his universe. He then becomes aware of the Watcher's existence, discovers the multiverse, and attacks him. Meanwhile, Clint Barton and Natasha Romanoff survive Ultron's assault and locate a copy of Arnim Zola's mind in Siberia. They upload Zola into a drone body to destroy Ultron's hive mind. But their plan fails as Ultron has already left their universe. Barton sacrifices himself to help Romanoff and Zola escape from Ultron's drones. Ultron battles the Watcher across various universes and defeats him. The Watcher goes back to Strange Supreme's universe to seek his help, while Ultron plans to conquer the multiverse. The Watcher recruits Strange Supreme, Captain Carter, Star-Lord T'Challa, Party Thor, Black Panther Killmonger, and a variant of Gamora who killed Thanos from their respective universes to fight Ultron, calling them the Guardians of the Multiverse. In Ultron's home universe, the Guardians meet Natasha Romanoff, who, with Carter's help, shoots Ultron with an arrow containing Arnim Zola's mind. Zola destroys Ultron from within, takes control of his body, and fights Killmonger, who betrays the Guardians in an attempt to claim Ultron's Infinity Stones for himself. As they struggle over the stones, Strange and the Watcher trap them in a pocket dimension, which Strange agrees to guard. The Watcher returns Carter, T'Challa, Gamora, and Thor to their respective universes. Romanoff refuses to return to hers, so the Watcher places her in a universe where the Avengers candidates were assassinated, where she helps defeat Loki. In a mid-credit scene, Carter and her universe's Romanoff find the Hydra Stomper armor with someone inside. What If presents an intriguing paradox, not just due to its timeline-twisting premise. It stands as one of the most quintessential Marvel Cinematic Universe titles, especially for viewers well-versed in the franchise's key plot arcs and characters, who will undoubtedly enjoy each episode the most. The show also has the potential to perpetuate itself endlessly, exploiting the MCU IP to create sequels and spin-offs that entice viewers to keep returning for more. Conversely, What If is the first MCU installment in years that doesn't feel weighed down by the need to meticulously fit into the franchise's canon or overtly tease future installments. This approach offers a refreshing change for Marvel enthusiasts, providing fans with exactly what they want while still holding on to a few surprises. Longtime fans of the franchise will especially appreciate the references and in-jokes in this animated anthology series, which explore how different outcomes at pivotal moments in the Marvel Cinematic Universe could have played out. Despite this, the self-contained stories remain accessible to casual viewers, avoiding excessive convolution. Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher serves as an omniscient narrator who offers helpful exposition to explain how each episode subverts an established part of the MCU. Season 1 of Marvel's What If was remarkable, featuring a mix of truly incredible episodes and a few less engaging ones. The stories, animation, action, and exploration of the multiverse were astonishing. I personally enjoyed how each individual episode eventually connected to a central storyline, featuring a new set of heroes forming the Guardians of the Multiverse. However, I do wish each universe was labeled as they are in the comics, such as the well-known Universe 616, to easily identify each hero and villain's origin. The concept of what if has always fascinated me, and Marvel has nailed it, not just in the comics, but now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well. Season 1 pushed the boundaries of imagination, and I hope Season 2 will push them even further. As thanks for watching the whole video, here's a picture of a cute puppy. And if you have a movie or TV show that you want us to cover, just comment it down below. We'll make a video of it in the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out our playlist for more recaps.